Today's talk with your host, Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, alright here. Oh, Simply Stray Talk.
Hey Melissa, I'm so glad to finally be out of that car. That traffic was ridiculous. So how you doing? Did you run into traffic getting here?
Fine.
Okay. So, how's it been since you got here?
What is the point of all these questions? Am I supposed to give you a traffic report or something? I literally walked in and sat down 5 minutes before you came to the table. Damn! You act like you my man with all these stupid questions.
Lower your voice, please. I wasn't trying to upset you. I was just conversating like we always do and checking on you.
Reggie, did you put a ring on my finger? Do you have a ring in your pocket for me? Are you paying my bills? Huh?
Now you know the answer to that is no.
Then you should know that asking me anything, telling me anything, or expecting anything from me to you is equivalent to a snake loving a rat.
Seriously, you know what? I'm gonna go grab a drink. You want something, or is that too much to ask also?
I said I am fine.
All right, I will give you some space.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay, Melissa, pull yourself together, girl. Let's give him a call and see if he'll come back.
Hello?
Hey, Reggie, would you mind coming back to the table? That is, if you're still here.
No problem. I was headed back that way. I'm kind of behind you now.
Okay, thank you.
Hey.
Hey, I wasn't mad at you. I'm just tired, you know? It feels like I lost my smile, and it's like I'm just on autopilot sometimes.
It's all good. We friends, and you know between the three of us, we all have our days. Besides that, I know you give a lot of yourself to help other people. Angelique and I talk about that all the time.
I appreciate that, but it feels like I'm riding a bike but barely moving forward in my life. Some days it looks like the same people I help are headed to the finish line, while I'm just pedaling in the same spot, watching them celebrate their road to success. It's just frustrating, I guess. Do you ever feel like you don't know who you are anymore? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just losing my mind.
I feel you. I think you're just giving so much of yourself that your smile is not yours anymore. You're literally smiling on behalf of other people. And I know the woman that you are. How intelligent, creative, and ambitious you are about living life to the fullest. Now, you're my best friend, and I love you. I want you to be happy with your smile that reflects you, the real you, not these other fake people who just, always wanting something from you.
Aww, I really needed to hear that. Thank you, and I love you too, bestie. Come on, big hug.
See, you know I got your back no matter what.
This is good. Thank you for the drink. Did you get something?
Yeah, that one, which you stole while giving me a hug. And by the way, I never even got to taste it. But anyway, is there something you want to say to me?
Oh, thank you for the drink, bestie.
You're welcome, I guess, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Then what are you talking about?
How about a little apology for when I first got here? The stuff you said?
Boy, I did apologize, and you know it.
What? When?
When I asked you to come back to the table. Then when I let you get me a drink. And again, when I said big hugs. You know what? You need to learn to pay attention to women. See, that's why you can't keep a woman. Actually, that's why you don't have a woman.
You know what? Y'all need a handbook for men on these unspoken gestures and what they mean.
There is a handbook about women. You just never read it.
Really? Okay, tell me the name of it because I need to read this for real.
You got a pen? Hold on, I got one in my purse. Here you go.
Okay, what is it?
It's called The Truth and Facts for Men.
All right. I'm going to look this up and I'm going to order it.
Don't worry about that. Let me tell you what's on each page. From the first to the last page, the entire book is 1,000 pages.
Oh, so you got 1,000 pages memorized from a book, huh?
Yes, I do, and you will too. It's simple, and all you have to do is follow it. So here it is. I, the woman, have spoken. Don't question it.
Wait, so, hold on. Wait, so that's what the book says. That is what I'm supposed to learn.
Look at you. I gave you the full details of each page, which was the same 8 words, and you looking like a 2-year-old trying to figure out astrophysics.
I am so confused right now.
It's okay. We'll get you trained. You want some milk? Welcome to the Simply Straight Talk Show, a podcast about real life with real talk. Each week, we deliver the best hard-hitting conversations on topics that affect you and me every day on this journey called life. Now, here's your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey, everybody, and welcome for another episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. This is episode number 12 of season 8. So thank you to all of the listeners, all the subscribers, everybody that communicates and let me know your thoughts and feedback. I really appreciate it. And as always, I got to thank the wonderful people that always help put these podcasts together. Now, today we got a topic for you that I'm sure you heard the phrase, but I wonder if you ever really thought about what it really means. Because today we're going to ask ourselves another question: what it means to lose your smile. And I'm pretty sure you've heard that. And I think one of the most famous people that have actually used this was in the WWE when Shawn Michaels, one of their little skits was Shawn Michaels came to the ring. He was turning the title back over to Vince McMahon. And he made the comment that he lost his smile along the way and he had to go back and find it. Now, a lot of people kind of laughed, they made jokes, and you're going to have that. But in real life, in reality, when you think about you think about the person you are. Have you lost your smile? Have you given away your smile? Are you really happy and smiling in your life? Now, first off, you got to ask yourself, have you ever felt that in one point in your life? Wherever you were, whatever you were doing, you lived with a smile on your face. It was not a smile, to kind of blindly go along with other people's ideas, humor, or expectations. You simply smile from the inside because you felt comfortable with who you are, with who you were. You felt comfortable with you. But in recent years, has something changed? Maybe it's too much responsibility. Maybe it's the burden of your dreams. But lately, do you find yourself always mulling over decisions and tasks in your life that you're not really smiling anymore? You go through the motions, but you're not smiling. You're not smiling in satisfaction. You're not smiling in being comfortable with your situation, with your life. You're going through the motions. Now, the longer we live and the older we get, often can become a reflection of life's challenges and responsibilities. It's just a fact. The longer you live in this world, the more things you do, and the challenges and the struggles and all the things you have to face and deal with, it becomes a reflection of how you carry yourself, your behavior, your mindset. The obligations we have, such as financial, relationships, and that can be marriage, family, friends, jobs, health, loss of loved ones, deaths, aspirations and dreams, pursuing and achieving them, all of that, it begins to add up on you mentally and physically. You begin to feel some type of way about your life. And when you get to the point to where you're trying to put all of those things together to where everything is in balance and working, you become consumed with trying to manage life without managing yourself. And then along the way, you kind of start giving away parts of you. Listen, I once heard somewhere that for every fight we fight, a little piece of us is left behind. So we must ask ourselves, or you have to ask yourself, how much of yourself have you left behind in life, and which parts did you leave behind? Was it the good parts, or was it the negative parts of you? Have the struggles and battles you encountered in your life caused you to become hardened and cold in certain aspects of your life? To tell the truth, even I have mastered the art of being in a crowded room with people, laughing and talking, and I'm looking somebody dead in the face with a smile, but my mind is 1,000,000,000,000 miles away. It's just the truth. It's the truth. Many of us have become very good at doing that. Many of us have gotten to the point to where it's a show. We don't smile because we want to smile. We don't walk around. I mean, I remember when I was younger, my nickname was Smiley. But that's because I smiled all the time. But I don't smile like that anymore. I smile now, but it's not a smile of contentment. It's not a smile of, this is my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing things I love. And it doesn't mean that your life is perfect, but you smile because the smile is you. Now, if you go back and look at photos of yourself from the past to the present day, do you feel that some of them were taken in a happier time? Did you notice you were smiling less? Were your smiles not as bright or as wide as they were before? Or has your smile just been reduced to a smirk? Come on now, be honest. Just to get through the day, you do this crumpled up smirk looking smile. Simply said, if you answer yes to these questions, then it's very possible you've lost your smile. One of the things I did, I had a friend and she was married and she was really cool. And whenever she showed pictures to everybody at work about her relationship, it was just funny that way back, she was had this big, beautiful smile. But as you saw more pictures with her and her husband, she was never smiling. Now, I never said nothing because it really wasn't my place, but the thought was in my mind. It's like, wow, you never smile anymore. Even when we took work photos, she never smiled. When she tried to show us family photos, she never smiled. And you can look at somebody and know when they're smiling and when they're just going through it. And I think that is what a lot of us are dealing with right now. Now, I'm not asking these questions to be mean or to stir up old emotions, but I am hoping that it will cause you to reflect. I had to ask myself, is the trade-off I made a good thing? You see, every day we take on more responsibilities, which leaves us less stimulated for the activities that truly bring you happiness and mental well-being. See, a lot of people don't associate their smile with their mental well-being. They don't associate their smile with their life. The way you smile, the way you laugh is a big reflection of your life. Anybody can do a fake sarcastic laugh. Anybody can put on a smirk. But very few people who live today really smile. I mean, really laugh. I mean, it feels good to truly laugh. And the thing about it is, if you ever been in a situation to where you found yourself at one moment when your mind just totally let go of everything around in the world, all of your problems, all of your issues, and you actually just had a good laugh, you recognize it. You was like, wow, I have not laughed like that in I don't know how long. And many of us really have lost our smile. But see, our smile is more than just an expression. It's who we are. It's who you are. I can't tell you how many times I've heard somebody say they love fishing and how relaxing it is. They would go every weekend or twice a month. Even if they didn't catch anything, they love going fishing. But then when I asked them, well, when is the last time you went fishing? Oh, well, it's been, 8 or 9 years. They don't even have a fishing pole anymore. It's amazing how the simplest things in life that we abandon or put away can bring us so much comfort and peace because it's a part of who we are as an individual. And we will talk about that more in the second part of the show. But you may look at, let's say you're married to a woman and she loves to fish, but the guy doesn't like to fish. We're going to reverse it. Okay. And here's the thing. She may not catch nothing, but it may just be that she enjoys the outdoors. She enjoys, the peace, the lake, the river. You know what I'm saying? She just enjoys the water, the possibility. It's just something that where she probably feels she can just set her mind at ease and just be in the moment. And that brings her peace. But for someone to love fishing and really feel like that's a part of who they are, because it connects them with nature in which they love, for them to abandon that, it's to abandon who they are. Now, doesn't it seem like more people today are becoming grumpier and more stressed out? We are working harder and smiling less. Are we missing out on living our best life? I mean, is something broken about the way that we are living? I mean, think about it. Because so many of us face challenge, or put it like this. We are facing more challenges than ever in the year 2020. We are. We got the police brutality, the social injustice. I mean, there's just so much going on. The COVID, loss of jobs, companies going out of business. And many of us, we feel caught up by events that's beyond our control. Our economic, our financial status, everything is being caught up in situations that we cannot control. What are some of the things you used to do that made you smile? Was it fishing, reading, going to the park? Was it a job you enjoyed? Did you play a sport? Maybe doing some arts and craft? Did you have a hobby? Was it a career path that you were once pursuing? Do not take losing your smile lightly. Your smile is you. It's what you believe in. It's what you care about. It's who you love. And more importantly, it's how you live your life. So when it comes to losing your smile, you need to understand it's not about the simple fact that you're not smiling. There's a reason. There is a deeper meaning to losing your smile. It is a very serious thing. And I don't think people really grasp the understanding of how we can become so caught up in the rat race of today's society, trying to keep up and manage and stay afloat, that we are abandoning the things that give us our smile. We're abandoning the things that really make us who we are. If you are not being you, then who are you? If you're living your life as a reflection of other people, then you're not living your best life. You're not giving your best contributions to this world. Being married, being tied to other people, having friends, it should not change who you are to where you abandon the things that make you you. If you love doing mentor, if you love doing community service, if you love feeding people, if you love giving, if you love gardening, if you love planting flowers, these are things that make you you. And it's not the simple fact that you just do them. It's the reason that you enjoy. I see somebody who loves gardening is somebody who loves providing. They love seeing things grow. They love life. They love reproduction. And reproduction is not always about human. Reproduction in a garden is creating food, is creating natural foods. It's the fact that you are actually seeing something come to life before you and produce a fruit that can provide nourishment. There's a deeper meaning. When people enjoy doing things outside, it's something about that makes them enjoy that. That's a part of who they are. I need you to understand who you are. I need you to understand what it is in you that you are leaving behind in this fight that you're going through every day. What parts are you throwing away about you that you need to be keeping? Because it's going to benefit this world. It may not benefit the masses, but it may benefit your son, your daughter, your husband, your wife, your friends. Let's talk about why you lost your smile. But we also want to talk about how to get your smile back. You need to get your smile back. And we're going to talk about that and being an individual despite having relationships with other people and keeping your smile, because your smile is you. And we'll be right back after this break.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, we all know that Atlanta, Georgia is a big city, and sometimes you might need just a little bit of help. But you know what? That's why we have Legs Concierge Services. Are you looking for someone to help you with errands, event planning, dog walking, organizing, shopping, or maybe you're in need of a personal assistant? Then you need to contact Legs Concierge Services, operating in Atlanta, Georgia. For more information on these and additional services, contact rarmstrong105@gmail.com. That's rarmstrong105@gmail.com. Remember, time is precious, so let Legs Concierge Services help you enjoy it so much better.
We hope you're enjoying the show. As our listeners, this show is made possible because of your support. Make sure you click the subscribe button and leave a comment. Thank you for being a part of the show, and now back to your host, Reggie Maddox.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the second part of today's show. Today's topic is, what does it mean to lose your smile? What does it mean to lose your smile? Now, in the first part of the show, we talked about some of the scenarios. We talked about some instances in which a person may lose their smile. Now, what we really want to get into is the individual themselves. Why would somebody lose their smile? So to get into this, now let's talk about you as an individual. Because in today's society, it's so easy to suppress who you are in order to appease other people. You hold back on your ideas, things you enjoy, you put aside to do things that other people like. Every time you lock a part of you behind a door for others, you're actually removing more of your smile and your happiness. One of the biggest misconceptions in relationships, be it marriage, family, or friends, is people thinking that they have to give up who they are as an individual. If a woman enjoys going to a book club, writing, singing, dancing, or education, she shouldn't have to give that up. Those things simply because she's involved in a relationship. And the same thing applies for men. Men should not have to give up anything. No individual should have to give up who they are. Because when you're giving up who you are, that means, first off, the friendship is not real. The marriage is not real. Because you're not allowed to be you. You don't feel comfortable being you. You don't feel comfortable doing the things that you really enjoy. Even though you're an individual, you have to understand who you are. Because if you make the mistake of saying, well, you know what? I'm married now. I can't go play basketball on Saturdays. You can still play basketball. You just got to coordinate and schedule it appropriately. You can still do book club. You can still take dance classes, art classes. You can still work on your business. But to just put everything and throw it away, not only are you setting yourself up for failure, you're setting yourself up to lose who you are. You're going to find that you're going to become grumpy. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be unhappy. And eventually, you're going to be resentful of the person or the people that you're with. Because you're going to start to regret the fact that you're always appeasing them. You're trying to make them happy. You want them to feel comfortable around you. No matter how uncomfortable you are, not being able to be you, but you're going to sacrifice your life, your happiness. You're going to sacrifice the person you are so they can be comfortable and happy. So while they're smiling, you're sitting there faking it. And that's not how life is supposed to be. You don't give up your smile. We have enough battles in this life that we don't need to be throwing away more of ourselves just to keep other people happy. One thing I want you to do is make a list of the things that you enjoy that you no longer do. Make a list of the things that you enjoy that you no longer do. Okay? Even if you have to start off slow, then I want you to pick a day and eventually do one of those things on your list. Try to schedule something at least twice a month for your list. I mentioned earlier, if you like fishing, find some time to go fishing. Pick a time to go fishing, even if it's only for an hour. Find some time to do something that you enjoy doing, that you used to do, that makes you happy, that makes you smile, that once you do it, you feel refreshed. Some people had a business idea and they stopped working on their business idea. But when they was working on it, something about them felt empowered. It felt strengthened. They felt motivated about life. A fire was lit inside of them. You got to find what is it that puts that fire inside of you that you let die out. And along with it, your smile. Next, what are your physical and emotional triggers? Now, this is important. Because do you have people around you that put you in a bad mood or constantly having you engage in negative conversations? I'm talking about complaining about everything, just negative. But if you do, I have two suggestions. First, limit your time in those environments and with those people. Okay? Limit your time in those environments and with those people. Also, find a positive counter to negative triggers in your life. I always tell people, find motivational songs, videos, or speeches. There are literally hundreds on YouTube, and it costs you nothing to just listen to them for 5 or 15 minutes. Now, as a third suggestion, find some comedy material that you can listen to help break up the ongoing seriousness of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch Fenarius, I watch Big Jaw, TK, they're on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You just watch these little funny skit clips and it just kind of breaks up the monotony of all the serious and all that other drama that goes on throughout the day. It gives you something to kind of laugh. You know what I'm saying? It kind of breaks it up. So your mind is like, okay, there's another side of this world instead of all of this negative crap. Now, along with that, you gotta stop dwelling on sad and depressing moments from your past. Move your mind to the present and think about positive things that you can make happen in the future. That's all a part of getting your smile back. The things I'm telling you are going to help you get your smile back. Making that list, picking something from your list and doing it once or twice a month, finding out what are your physical and emotional triggers, limiting your time in those environments, finding positive counters to those things. Next, reduce the negative thought patterns. This is important. Now, I'm not going to tell you to stop all of the negative thoughts because that's unrealistic. You and I are human. So negative thoughts will enter our minds, but we don't have to let them stay. People are going to say and do things to upset you. Jobs are going to frustrate you. Traffic is going to drive you crazy. And friends and family as well will drive you up the wall. The key is to recognize what negative things really deserve your attention and what negative thing you should just kick out the door as soon as it walks in. Allowing negative energy such as anger, jealousy, bitterness, hatred, and sadness often does nothing. It does not yield positive results, and it causes you to have bad interaction with other people who had nothing to do with your situation. Many people underestimate the benefit of positive reinforcements in their life. We all need support from others, and we also need resources that help to bring fresh and positive outlooks to our mind and physical well-being. You know, if you like listening to Joel Osteen, T.D. Jakes, you know what I'm saying? If you're a spiritual person, turn to God. Find what is it that gives you a positive outlook that reassures you. I told you the motivational speeches and stuff you find on YouTube. Listen to that. Find positive songs. Find things that will put positive messages in your mind, but also spark that creative and productive side of you to want to go ahead and move forward in life in a positive way. And here's the one thing before we take our next break. Learn to love life again and how to be you. I think this is so important. Many of us get so caught up, like I said, we get so caught up in the rat race that we forget to love life. Learn to love life again. Find positive people who respect you for you. Start enjoying and actively engaging in the environments that make you more productive, make you more creative, and appreciate you just being you, where you feel appreciated because you can be you. You need to find environments like that. Most importantly, what makes you the person you are in life? You need to love life so that it makes you understand that you can be you and be the person you are in life. Now, I'm not saying go out now and get unconscious drunk or start having sex with anybody and anything that come across your path. But if you enjoy dancing, then dance. You may enjoy sports, then you know what? Play sports. If you may love fixing things, working on cars, spa days, being a mentor. If you love these things, do these things. Whatever it is in life that will make you love life again and bring that smile back, that makes you the person you truly are. Find that. Remember to find people who are supportive because they can hear your voice and see in your face when you are living life with passion and your smile. And you're not just going along with the flow. You're not just tolerating situations. You need to understand. There are things I know for a fact, there are things that you have wanted to do that you have put aside. And I'm talking to you right now. I know that there are things that other people probably say is silly. They probably say is crazy, but you wanted to do it. Maybe you wanted to go to Alaska. Maybe you wanted to go to Antarctica. Maybe you just wanted to travel somewhere. Maybe you wanted to write a book, write a song. There are things that you have wanted to do with your life that you have not done because somebody told you or a group of people told you, hang with us, you'll be okay. Don't do that. Nobody wants to do that. But if it makes you smile, if it brings that fire back in your life to where that smile lights you up inside, to where you're being productive and creative, your dreams you are pursuing, your ambition is sparked, get your smile back. It's yours. Take it back. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, are you looking for some great music, upbeat and with a positive voice? Well, the song I Stand With You is exactly what you need. This timeless song has a pop version sung by Audrey Carmel.
Always look for the breeze of love.
and a reggae version sung by General Steele, now known as Revelation.
Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through.
These songs are now available on iTunes and other digital platforms for download. Don't miss out. Get your copy today.
Give life your best, and I know.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the final thoughts of today's show. Today we're talking about what does it mean to lose your smile? What is it to lose your smile? Have you lost your smile? That is what we talked about today. Now, many of you have heard the phrase. We referenced the WWE one time when Shawn Michaels got in the ring and said he was giving the title back up because he felt he lost his smile. He forgot who he was. And basically, that's what it means to lose your smile. You forget who you are. You suppress who you are. Your ideas, your thoughts, your beliefs, your morals, your standard. You're suppressing everything that makes you you. You're not being you. When you lose your smile, you're losing things about yourself. One of the other things we talked about in the first part of the show was the fact that the longer we live and go through life, the more challenges, the more struggles, the more battles we got to fight, either with family, with friends, or just with life in general. And the thing about it is, every time you get into a battle, a struggle, and a fight, a part of you may get left behind. But are you aware of what part you're leaving behind? Are you leaving the good part of you and taking the bad down the road to your future? You got to pay attention to these things, because this is all a part of losing your smile. Losing your smile means you are losing who you are as an individual, who you are as a person. We also acknowledge the fact that being in relationships, whether with friends, family, husband, wife, marriage, dating, whatever, it doesn't mean you have to give up who you are. People who love you are going to accept you for who you are. They're going to accept you for the things you like. We talked about people who love to fish. If you love to fish, somebody you're with should respect the fact that you love to fish. You love to write books. You love to sing. You love to dance. You love to work in community centers. You love to help people. You love to garden. You love to plant flowers. You love to cook. You love to bake. People will support you. When you are passionate about something, that's going to create a spark inside of you. It's going to create a fire that's going to fill you with ambition to do something, to be creative, to be productive. That's all a part of you holding on to your smile. Now, I want to list a couple things that I mentioned, previously that's going to help you. I kind of want to summarize this. Number one, make a list of the things that you love to do that you have not done in a long time or no longer do, and try to do at least one of those things once or twice a month. Number two, pay attention to your environments and the people that are around you. If you got negative people that like to complain, or if you got an environment that's really negative, you need to find a way to limit your time in those environments or avoid them if you don't have to be there. And number three, to counteract all these negative environments, these negative people, find some type of positive reinforcement. Find something to do after you leave those environments or get through talking with those people that's positive. You got negative business meetings? Find something positive you can listen to. Find something positive you can read. Something to get to push that out of your system. Number three, reduce negative thought patterns. We're human, so we are going to have some times where we think negative, we feel negative, but your goal is to not let that stuff linger. Don't let it stay. Once again, find some positive resources. Don't live in the past on sad and depressing moments. Find some ways to look positive into the present and how you can bring more positivity into your future. It's all about bringing more positive things into you. Okay. Number three, find something that inspires you. What inspires you? Just listening to T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen. If that inspires you, do it. Find your spiritual connection. Trust God. Pray. If prayer helps you, do it. If meditation helps you, do it. Find a way that you can reduce all that negative stuff and all those physical and emotional triggers. Find a way to create a positive, way of encountering those things so you have something that can kind of kick back at it and push it out. And the last one, learn to love life again. Learn to love life, learn to love yourself, learn to be you, learn to love you, because that's the most important thing. So many people don't love life because they're not living life. They're not doing the simplest things. And I'm not saying that you need to go out and buy a big yacht or you need to own a fancy car or a big football team. You need to learn to love life again. You'll be surprised how many people really just enjoy doing stuff like fishing, going to the park, picnics. You know, if you're married and you're in a relationship, you can bring your spouse's smile back by simply doing something that puts the focus on them. It could be a picnic. It could be cooking for them. It could be taking them on a drive, taking them for a walk, take them on a 1 hour trip somewhere to a beach or to a resort. You know, if you know they like antiques, take them to a place that sells antiques. You can always do something, and it doesn't have to be about a large amount of money. Sometimes it's just your time. It's just a gesture. Help to keep the smile on other people, but never forget that you need to keep your smile. Your smile is you. Your passion is you. Remember that. Hey, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Simply Straight Talk Show. The Simply Straight Talk Show. And don't forget, my tongue is getting tied now. Don't forget to join us next Friday for another episode. You know, we drop new episodes every Friday, so be sure to check us out. And you already know it's going to be me and Angelique in that skit coming up on next Friday. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see who's going to get the best of the other one. I write the skit, so it might be me getting the best of Angelique. What's she going to do about it, huh? What's she going to do? All right, y'all. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see you next Friday.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Straight Talk Show with Reggie Maddox. If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our podcast to your friends and colleagues. And please leave us a positive review on iTunes. Be sure to check out our archive section on iTunes, Spotify, Libsyn, and YouTube. Join us next time for another edition of the Simply Straight Talk Show.